The Greek agora was the commercial and civic center of the city. The Romans extended the agora by adding their Latin forum. This was not only the place for the selling of fruits and vegetables and sewing of sandals. This was primarily the place for the decisions of commerce to be made. This was a place for the records of the city to be housed. This was the great gathering place. Because of the moderate climate, Athenians spend much of their time outdoors, and they tended at this time to spend it in the agora. This was a place where people gathered to discuss the latest ideas. This was a place where they came to discuss politics and share those ideas. This attitude was reflected by one of their great orators, Demosthenes, when he said, "You go about the marketplace asking, 'Is there any news?'" Yes, Paul found people here in the marketplace who were open to listening to new ideas, and he shares with them the news about Jesus and his resurrection from the dead. Luke describes it in Acts chapter 17 and verse 17. So he reasoned in the synagogue with the Jews and the God-fearing Greeks, as well as in the marketplace day by day with those who happened to be there. A group of Epicurean and Stoic philosophers began to dispute with him. Some of them asked, "What is this babbler trying to say?" Others remarked, "He seems to be advocating foreign gods." They said this because Paul was preaching the good news about Jesus and the resurrection. Paul came to the marketplace, or the agora, and mingled with those who were there to discuss the latest ideas. The Epicurean school of thought was founded by Epicurus, who taught that pleasure was the chief end of life. He taught that the most important thing in life was to be free of pain and to pursue pleasure, that they were not to worry about the future, that they were not to worry about death. Horace, one of his disciples, summarized their teachings in this way: "Show wisdom, strain the wine, and since life is brief, cut short far-reaching hopes. Even while we speak, envious time has sped. Reap the harvest of today, putting as little trust as may be in the morrow. Live for today. Seize the moment. This is the time." Their philosophy sounds strangely familiar to our ears, doesn't it? Yes, it's your thing. Do what you want to do. Pursue pleasure, pursue happiness above all things. But times had changed. The philosophers seemed interested in what Paul was teaching, and so they asked him to continue on. They listened inquisitively. Paul then told them about Jesus and the resurrection. This surprised his audience.